We're going to start with the very, very basics, and that's how to reward your dog. What we're doing with puppies, because puppies don't know anything, we have to teach them the correct way to behave. So our focus, our emphasis is going to be on rewarding them. If they're doing the right thing, they're not doing the wrong thing. If they're sitting, they can't be jumping. Okay, so that's what we really want to focus our efforts on, rather than going, oh, my dog is doing this and it's making me crazy. I'm going to be continually asking you, how do you want your dog to behave? Instead of telling you how to stop your dog from jumping, I'm going to say, what do you want your dog to do in that situation? So that's going to be the crux of what we're going to do here. And there's a million ways to reward your dog. Number one thing they probably want is food, though. Okay? I want you to think of, gosh, she's so cute. Food is like money to your dog. It is what they want most, and it comes in different denominations. So this little yummy jerky treat is worth maybe $50 to her. Little piece of chicken, that's maybe $1,000 to your dog. Little piece of stinky leftover hot dog, that's maybe $10,000 to your dog. Okay? So think about what you wouldn't do for $10. I guarantee you'd at least think about for the right price. And it's the same thing with the dog, okay? Making it worth their while to do what we want them to do. Now, when you give a treat, depending on your dog's size, you're going to break it into small little pieces. A treat is just a tiny little taste. You don't need to give a whole big piece of milk bone, because especially with my smaller dogs, they're just going to get filled up and they're going to lose interest in the training, and also they're just going to be chewing, and it's going to take forever to train your dog. So just a tiny little taste is all you need, like the size of your pinky fingernail. And for little tiny ones, maybe half the size of your pinky fingernail, okay? So how we're going to reward first is with the food, but I don't want you to get stuck using the food, okay? Food works great. We'd be crazy not to use it. But I don't want you to get stuck carrying sausages in your pocket the rest of your dog's life, okay? That's just not practical, and who wants to do that? So we're going to pair it with a secondary reinforcer to take the place of the food, okay? A primary reinforcer is the food. I don't have to teach her to like chicken or this treat. She's just naturally going to like it. I didn't have to learn to like chocolate, but I had to learn the word that went with it, and that's what we're going to teach her right now. And I'm just going to use the word good. Then you say good, immediately plop the treat in their mouth. She's like, oh, yeah. So I say good, give her a treat. Good, treat. Good, treat. Look at her. Oh my gosh. So it's good, treat, good, treat, good, treat. So what does she learn? I like that word. That's a good word. Okay? So eventually we don't have to always follow up with the food. We just say good, and that's meaningful in itself. Okay? So now I'm going to have you do it. I want you to take a piece of treat, cut it into about half a dozen little pieces, and just do it half a dozen times. Good treat, good treat, good treat. You want to say the word first and then give the treat, because if you give the treat first and then say the word, they're probably thinking, yummy, yummy treat. They don't even hear you. Okay? So say it first, give the treat. Good. Buddy, good. Good. Buddy. Good. Generation. Yeah, that's good. You like that? From now on, your homework this week and the rest of your dog's life, the most important homework you can do for your dog is to praise them. Whenever they do something that you like, praise, praise, praise. And I know you're like, duh, Cindy, of course we're going to praise the dog, but we don't. In our culture, for whatever reason, we take good behavior for granted. Your dog can do a million things wonderfully, and we ignore them. We pay attention when they jump or bark or pee on the carpet or do something that we don't like. I want you to consciously spin that around. And when they come, or they're even just laying there nicely chewing the bone, praise them. Good dog, good dog, good dog. And even if you're giving the food, you're still praising. So every time they come to you, whether you're giving treats or not, good dog. It's your way of thanking your dog for doing what you want. And I want you to get conditioned to doing that so you don't even have to think about it. It's that praise, that's the reinforcement and recognition that marks the good behavior. And if behavior doesn't get rewarded, it's not going to get repeated. Whether it's something that you want them to do or something that you don't want them to do. So if they're doing something that you like and you don't reward it, they're not going to offer that behavior again. Okay? So it's really important to praise, praise, praise. And again, we start with pairing it with the food so that they get conditioned to like the praise, and the praise takes on the meaning of the food.